There's a grave in this tree. Oh, far out. That's not at all disturbing. Hey everybody, and welcome to the southern cemetery of my hometown of Dunedin. Today is a pretty typical summer day here. It's grey, a bit dreary, a bit cold. I'm wearing thermals. This cemetery is one of the two oldest in the city, and a lot of the people here, most of them I suppose, are early settlers, including my great-great-granddad Neil, who I'll go visit in a second. Most of the people here immigrated from Scotland in the 1800s, and looking at today's weather you can kind of get an idea of why they turned up here and was like, oh, this feels like home, let's dig in our roots here. I wanted to make this video last time I was here visiting, but honestly this place is so spooky I was too scared. I was too scared to come here alone at night. It's easily one of the creepiest graveyards I've ever been to, and that is saying something. I feel a little bit protected now that I've found the grave of my great-great-granddad Neil. So Mr. Owl is going to join me, and we're coming back here tonight to have an explore around this old, very creepy cemetery. Rather appropriately, this video is sponsored by Shudder, shudder.com, the online streaming service which is exclusively scary stuff, which I know a lot of you out there enjoy. I mean, you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't enjoy spooky stuff. If you like any kind of dark or horror films or TV shows, Shudder is literally just that. It's so binge-worthy, there's so much on there. It's a really great way to spend an evening. Perfect for weirdos like me and you. And if you go to shudder.com after this video and enter the code Black Friday, you can try Shudder completely free for 30 days, which is awesome. The trial is normally only 7 days, so you get to try it for a whole month and see how you like it, and I guarantee you will. A subscription costs only $5.99 for the month or $56.99 for a whole year, and that gives you unlimited access to stream ad-free on all your favorite and usual devices. There are weekly releases, hundreds of exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else, and there's so much stuff that they've made themselves that you literally cannot find anywhere else that is good quality. The other night I sat up with my mum and we watched the film The Last Thing Mary Saw. It was quite slow moving and supernatural and definitely dark, very dark. There's a series on there also called A Discovery of Witches, which looks pretty promising, so I might have a crack at that. It's got witches and vampires in it, so definitely something that I'll be looking into. There's really something for everybody. There's like dark psychological thrillers as well as more light-hearted comedic things. There's all the old classics, there's new stuff, there's dark stuff, there's funny stuff. There's a whole section just of folk horror, and look just how much there is. There's heaps. That's going to keep me busy for a while. There are lots and lots of streaming services out there these days, you might have noticed, but if you like your spooky stuff you will definitely love Shudder. So if that sounds like you, head along to shudder.com, sign up and enter the code Black Friday so you can trial Shudder for free for 30 days. You're welcome. Okay, let's go have a wee wander around. I'll show you what this place looks like during the day so you can get an idea of just how creepy it is at night. Grandad Neil! Grandad Neil! I don't think he's really gone anywhere. I'm pretty sure he's right where we left him 120 years ago. His name isn't on the grave, so it took me quite a lot of digging, not literally, to find him. I feel deeply unsettled being here on my own right now. It's just in such a state of disrepair. I think that's part of what makes it so creepy. But I think I spotted it. Yes, there it is. Grandad Neil, it's nice to see you again. My great-great-granddad is buried here. He came from Caithness in Scotland in the 1860s. He was a teacher. He was very, very well respected and apparently a very nice man. And on the journey over, he taught the children on the ship. His name and a lot of other names have crumbled off of here, so I was thinking of getting a plaque made to put here. It is he that I, most of my family, and my new baby have to thank for our very distinctive brow shape. Thank you for making the long journey to New Zealand so that all your descendants, my family, could have a nice, peaceful, safe life here. Hope the afterlife's treating you well. Ooh. Damn. 1871, 1883, 1894. It's disturbing how many of them have no names on them anymore. Just completely forgotten people. These ones are all so cracked up that I really feel like I'm about to just see a skeleton poking out of the ground. It smells not good here. Really smells not good. Oof, it stinks. Thanks. It's creepy enough during the day. Like, at night, man. Oof. So yeah, let's come back here at night. That's a good idea. Bye! Oh man. It's just so spooky. Very spooky. It's not quite a full moon. Oh, it's so spooky, it's so spooky, it's so spooky, it's so spooky, it's so spooky. Oh my god, don't go so far away from me.
I'm just behind you,
Oh
man.
my god, it's so spooky, it's so spooky, it's so spooky. Oh, what was that? Oh, hilly and knobbly and overgrown, and it smells funny. Lots of dark trees. There's a lot of early settlers, so people who died in like the 1800s, which is really the oldest graves you'll really find in New Zealand. Another person of interest who's buried here is Thomas Burns, one of the founders of Dunedin, and the nephew of the poet Robert Burns. Isn't that interesting? It's a nice night, actually. It's a nice night for graveyard exploration. Yes, it's mild. Oh, it's fierce mild. See any ghosts, Mr. L?
Not yet.
You don't believe in ghosts.
But I'm keeping my eyes peeled for the thing that I definitely will not see because it doesn't exist.
I don't know. Dead people, they're all just people. They're probably very nice people, most of them, you know. Most people are pretty nice. Look at that one by the tree there. That's disturbing because imagine the roots and what they're wrapped around. Actually, there's a lot of trees on graves. Oh. Is that little Percy? My mum said, say hello to little Percy for me. And I think, yes, we found him. I don't understand this grave. It's quite cute. Who or what was little Percy? Hello. My mum says hi. Oh, it feels like there's always someone standing behind you. Even though Mr. Owl is standing behind me. Oh, there is somebody there. Excuse me, I will not step on you, Margaret. How would you feel, Mr. Owl, if I left you alone in here without a torch? You'd be scared?
I'd be fine. No, I find graveyards very peaceful, quiet places.
I think it's quite sweet. In Germany, in German they're called Friedhöfe. Friedhof is I guess it more or less translates to peace yard, I think, which is quite a nice name. Most of the people here are like Scottish. Like a lot of them were born in Scotland and immigrated and died here. What the world must have looked like for them, like the city it would have been a completely different place.
Same shitty weather though.
Same shitty weather, but I think that's what drew them here. They're just like, oh, this feels like home. Proud foot, proud feet.
Sounds like a hobbit name.
I love the quatrefoil, if that's how you pronounce it. I think it's beautiful. I would accept something like that on my grave if I ever die. I expect embellishments and flourishes. I want a grave that's beautiful enough that goths will want to pose on it. I just felt the temperature drop. Like this it feels cold here.
I think it's just not exposed.
Or maybe it's supernatural, Mr. Owl.
Horses, not zebras, my friend.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
It means if you hear clopping sounds,
What was that?
chances are it's horses and not zebras.
Oh, you don't know.
Yeah, well.
Just because you've never seen a zebra doesn't mean that it isn't a zebra. Nice rose bush.
You're a nice rose bush.
Oh, that's weird of you to say, but thanks. Oh, Jesus fucking shitting fuck. Oh, what was that? No, it was just a branch, I think. But it
Just a
scared me.
branch.
Huh?
Maybe a possum.
I'm just a wee bit jumpy. Onward we go. That's a very stealable cross. Not that I would ever steal things from graveyards. Well, I haven't, but I know people who have. And I have been on missions with people who have taken things from graveyards. Very wrong. This I recognise as something that is very easily pinchable. 1875. Gosh, they can't have been here for very long. Quite sad, because you see some names of people who obviously, like, they either died on the ship on the way over, or they didn't last very long after arriving. It was the farthest and longest journey ever, like immigration journey of all time. Quite a big decision. Can't really go back if you change your mind. It is starting to rain, isn't it? Wasn't forecast. Oh well. It was a dark and stormy night. I couldn't have done this myself. I'm so glad you're here, Mr. Owl. You give me a nice false sense of security. Right. Ooh. God, God, it's creepy here. I don't feel comfortable at all. I really don't. Like, all of a sudden. Do you not feel that?
Nope.
I don't really know where we are now. Deep in the heart of the graveyard. Little gate to nowhere. God, so fucking creepy down there.
So?
It's just like a tunnel of darkness. Do we go down there or not?
Oh, definitely.
Do we have to?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's in such bad repair, you know.
A
Oh,
lot
what
of
a
busted
mess.
graves.
It's really quite a mess. I'm like genuinely quite scared now. It's alright. Granddad Neil will protect us. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Look how big that one is. I would accept something that size for me. Maybe a bit more embellishment. I feel like that one might have had bits fall off it.
It's got a tiny little grave at the bottom.
That means this person was in the war. Very nice. People watching, keep an eye out for anything strange that we might miss, anything spectral. Oh, it's really probably starting to rain now. It's a nice fence. People had very good taste once. Just think, at every single one of these graves, and some of them multiple times, there were people standing around crying, mourning. Every single one, there was a group of people remembering someone when each one went down. I think that's pretty amazing. These ones are so crooked, look. Like the ground's lifted up. I think like the tree roots have pushed a lot of them out, like up and out of the way. Do you want to be buried or cremated, Mr. Owl?
Oh, definitely buried. I just want somewhere that my descendants can go to prostrate themselves on my grave and weep, wail. And
yeah, I want
for there to be a gnashing of teeth and a rending of clothes.
This person looks important. Fitzclarence. That's the first name.
That is unusual.
Fitzclarence Robert. That is a great name. Okay, literally I can hear something. It's probably just rain. A little bit fucking unsettling.
What I was going to say
Is let's
that
go.
It's interesting with graveyards that it's rare for whole sections of them to fall completely beyond repair. And what I mean is that even very old graves.
Oh, this. Let's go. I'm getting scared
just the
now.
rain.
I know it's just the rain, but I'm getting scared. Yeah, but do you find it weird that this place has been so left to fall into disrepair?
Well, yeah, well that's
Is that what you mean?
I'm saying.
And
Like
it's quite
ruins,
sad.
Really.
Yeah, broken, tumbled down graves, overgrown with trees and bush. I don't think we can go this way without walking over people, and I feel like that would be rude. Oh, is that a path over there? Fully starting to rain now. My camera does not appreciate getting wet, so we're going to head towards the exit, but I actually don't really know how to get to it, so we'll just keep walking through this incredibly creepy section until we find the way out. There's just something about this place. It's just... So thank you very much for joining me and Mr. Owl on our stroll around the spookiest of graveyards. I hope you've enjoyed it. Are you the kind of person that likes to visit graveyards at night? Is that a hobby that you partake of? If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. You know you want to. As always, take care of yourself, be nice to each other, stay spooky, and I will see you next time. Bye! Did you say you think we're lost? Sure. God, it feels like there's someone right behind me, and this time it's not Mr. Owl. Oh, don't go so far away.
Down the road.
Oh no, my lantern's run out. Oh shit. Ah.